It's 6 a.m. We're rocking, we're rolling. It's the first student day. First and last classroom of the day, our buses and our amazing transportation drivers. Thanks for keeping it safe out there. Let's have a great start to the school year.
With liberty and justice for all. Make it a great first day.
What is something that you are excited for this year at Irving Middle School?
Just to meet new people and have fun and have adventure.
Nice. Well, middle school is an adventure, so hopefully it's a good year for you.
I'm looking forward to seeing smiling faces and meeting new people.
And I'm most excited about all the new faces and new students that are coming in, prepared to learn.
Is there a class you're looking forward to the most? Say math.
Yeah, math.
Math, good. Good answer, good answer.
Did you feel as you need to tell each other what you're excited for?
Hi, I'm Lindsay Roy. I'm a first-year administrator at the Science Focus program, and I'm really excited to welcome our students to our program because we have lovely state-of-the-art facilities and really great classes for students.
I'm excited for the more in-depth research that we get to do here and the chances to have a more personalized learning experience.
I'm just excited to learn more about science because I want to go into a career that deals with science and animals.
It's awesome that we get to serve kids from all over the district.
What is Avery?
There you go.
Are you together?
Some advice I would give to the sixth graders is to never give up.
Keep your grades up.
I would say just keep going whenever you can. Never give up and just try your best all the time.
I'm excited to have first lunch.
I'm excited to meet new teachers.
I'm most excited for seeing kids and getting back into routine.
What I'm looking forward to most this year is just working with the kids and getting to know some of the new ones and getting more acquainted with the former ones.
Thank you so much for everything you do.
From Bobby, will you say your name for me? What's your name? Say it. Leia. Whisper it. Clap it. Leia.
Let me see.
Do you see it? Is that pretty cool?
Lincoln Public Schools Board of Education regular meeting for Tuesday, August 26th is called to order. Laura, would you call the roll?
Ms. Byer.
Here.
Mr. Goodwin.
Present.
Dr. Johnson-Farr.
Present.
Mrs. Krivolavik.
Yes.
Ms. Mumgard.
Here.
Dr. Rauner.
Here.
Mr. Shrivastov.
Present.
Nebraska Open Meetings Act is posted in the entry if those would like to read it. We have minutes from the August 12th board reading and work session, or just the board meeting. Are there any additions or corrections? Seeing none, minutes stand approved as published. Next, item 6, special reports, presentations, and celebrations of success. Marilyn.
Kristin, will you meet me at the podium?
It is my pleasure to read this resolution from the Lincoln Board of Education. Whereas Kristin Vest serves as Family and Consumer Sciences Curriculum Coordinator and was honored by the Nebraska Association of Family and Consumer Sciences with the Leader Award, and whereas Kristin Vest's positive personality, passion, and strong leadership have inspired colleagues, students, and families across the district, and whereas Kristin Vest works tirelessly to provide current and relevant professional development opportunities, strengthen curriculum, and promote collaboration among family and consumer sciences educators, and whereas Kristin Vest is a tireless advocate for family and consumer sciences education, ensuring that students have access to meaningful hands-on learning opportunities that prepare them for success, and whereas Kristin Vest is respected and admired for her wisdom, professionalism, and collaborative spirit, and continues to inspire current and future educators. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Lincoln Board of Education does hereby congratulate Kristin Vest for receiving the Nebraska Association of Family and Consumer Sciences Leader Award and for her outstanding contributions to family and consumer sciences education at Lincoln Public Schools and across the state of Nebraska. Bob Ronner, President, Lincoln Public Schools Board of Education. Dr. John Scretta, Interim Superintendent of Schools. Congratulations.
It's with deep gratitude that I accept this recognition from the Board of Education and from the Nebraska Association of Family and Consumer Sciences. Throughout the 18 years of my career, I have taught in Class C2 and Class A schools in central Nebraska, provided statewide leadership to FCS programs and teachers through my work at the Nebraska Department of Education. And for the last 5 years, I've had the privilege of serving teachers and students in the Lincoln Public Schools through my role as a curriculum coordinator. Each of these experiences has shaped me, encouraged me, challenged me, and deepened my commitment to providing leadership to family and consumer sciences and career and technical education, ensuring high quality, equitable experiences for students and for teachers. Family and Consumer Sciences in Lincoln Public Schools is a growing CTE program which integrates family and career readiness with technical skill instruction within a critical science perspective. As a result, our students are empowered to navigate the challenges of living and working in diverse communities while striving for a high quality of life. Family and Consumer Sciences teachers in our middle schools provide engaging, hands-on, comprehensive experiences for students in the areas of nutrition and food preparation, caregiving and child development, relationships, suicide prevention, interior design, and sewing. Their foundation supports our students in our comprehensive high schools who have the opportunity to participate in 4 career pathways within FCS, helping them to build their skills, explore their interests, and learn about career-ready and post-secondary options in culinary arts and hospitality, early childhood and education, and human services. For the past 2.5 years, FCS teachers have been working really hard to revise and align curriculum to current state standards and career pathways. This fall, we launched 3 new courses: Human Development, Families and Relationships, and Education and Teaching. These courses serve as anchors for our students who are interested in future careers in early childhood, K-12 education, and the human services field. Through this work, our students will be prepared to address our community's workforce challenges, including our educator pipeline. It's incredibly rewarding to have the opportunity to serve a district that invests not only in our educators, but in our facilities as well. The renovations as a result of the previous bond issue created industry-level culinary and modernized design classrooms in each of our secondary programs, which transformed our student experience and makes our FCS programs a destination for prospective educators. Through these opportunities, I've grown as a leader, and I'm honored to be recognized with this award. Without the incredible work of our 46 family and consumer sciences teachers and our secondary schools throughout the district, my work would simply not be possible. To my husband, Rich, who's able to join me today, and to my parents who are watching online from Arapahoe, Nebraska, thank you for your support, encouragement, and love. I'm incredibly grateful for the consistent, innovative, and supportive leadership of Dr. Takako Olson and Dr. Jason Thompson, for their trust in me, for the resources to be able to carry out this meaningful work, and for the opportunity to serve. Thank you to Dr. Scretta, to our executive team, and to our Board of Education members for your service and support of family and consumer sciences. Thank you.
Do we have a second? Oh, Piyush, I guess.
Yep, I'll second that.
Okay. Any discussion? Questions? All right.
Thank you.
Everybody's happy with it. So, Laura, would you call the roll?
Dr. Johnson-Farr,
Yes.
Mrs. Krivolovic,
Yes.
Ms. Mumgard,
Yes.
Mr. Shrivastov,
Yes.
Ms. Byer,
Yes.
Mr. Goodwin,
Yes.
Dr. Rauner.
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations.
All right, item 6.2, Maura.
Okay, can Wendy meet me at the podium, please? Whereas Wendy Rao serves as the Lincoln Public Schools Health Services Director and was named a National Academy of School Nursing Fellows by the National Association of School Nurses. And whereas Wendy Rao collaborates continuously with staff, families, and the community to improve the health and wellness of students. And whereas Wendy Rao tirelessly advocates for students through her work on committees and advisory boards, both locally and nationally. And whereas Wendy Rao has created and implemented a national blueprint for helping both the mental and physical health of students. And whereas Wendy Rao continues to be a leader in professional learning and best practices in serving schools through student-centered lens. And whereas Wendy Rao is valued, respected, and admired among her colleagues, not only at Lincoln Public Schools, but also across the state of Nebraska and the nation. Now therefore be it resolved that the Lincoln Board of Education does hereby congratulate Wendy Rao for being named a National Academy of School Nursing Fellows by the National Association of School Nurses. Signed, Dr. Bob Rayner, President, Lincoln Public Schools Board of Education, and Dr. John Skretta, Interim Superintendent of Schools. Congratulations, Wendy.
Good evening. Dr. Rauner, Dr. Skretta, and the Lincoln Public School Board members. I am deeply honored and humbled to accept this honor. This recognition is a testament not to one person, but to a collective effort and the shared vision of our health services team. I am incredibly proud to represent a health services program that is nationally recognized for its innovative, data-driven practices, our pioneering work in implementing a multi-tiered system of support within the health office, our collaborative work with social-emotional assessments, and our school nurse mentorship program have set new standards in our field. We've been privileged to share our work through multiple articles in our National School Nursing Journal and at several national conferences. None of this would be possible without the unwavering support of our school district that truly values a strong health services program. I am profoundly grateful to my mentors and colleagues who have guided me and whose passion and expertise inspire me every single day. They include Julie Frederick, Megan Lytle, Sarah Stoner, Marge Thiel, and Rush Ewing. It is the honor of my career to lead our health services team. Together, we remain dedicated to our fundamental mission, keeping our students safe, healthy, and ready to learn. Thank you again for this incredible honor. I'd like to introduce my family. My husband, Jason, is here. He is my champion and has made it very clear to me that I will not be retiring anytime soon. My daughter, Sydney, and her husband, Paul, are here. They are expecting our first grandchild in November. That's the greatest gift ever. And then my son, Carter, and his wife, Megan, are here in spirit. They live in Olathe, Kansas. Thank you again.
Do I have a second? Annie? Oh, okay, there we go. Any discussion? Annie?
Wendy, I will just say that it was a learning honor to work with you through the pandemic and beyond, that you really always held the students' safety and the teachers' safety of the utmost highest level, was on the Wellness American Civil and multicultural committee. So we had a lot of time, a lot of reports, and just what you and all the nurses did to help us get through that. And your level of organization, like I'm seeing smiles there, was just phenomenal, and I think is really what, helped set us apart. So in my mind, this award is a little overdue and long deserved, and it's just been a pleasure to have you as running our health services.
I have to comment on that again, because I knew Wendy before I was on the school board, and then I knew generally what you guys did, and then we had a worldwide pandemic, and so I think I'm very proud of how Lincoln Public Schools responded to that. You and your team helped us open school in August of 2020 but do it safely, and it was very effective, I think, and I think much to your team's credit. I hope we don't have to do that again.
Yeah. But we're ready if we do.
Yes. All right, any other discussion? Okay, Laura, call the roll.
Mrs. Krivolovich?
Yes.
Ms. Mumgard?
Yes.
Mr. Shrivastov?
Yes.
Ms. Byer?
Yes.
Mr. Goodwin?
Yes.
Dr. Johnson-Farr?
Yes.
Dr. Rauner?
Yes. Next, we have public comment. Blue cards are available at the entrance for those wishing to speak. Each speaker is allowed 3 minutes, and they may provide printed materials to the board. However, we have no blue cards, so we'll be moving on to the consent agenda. Are there any items to remove from the consent agenda? Is there a motion approval of the items on the consent agenda?
I move approval of item 8, our consent agenda.
Okay. Do we have a second? Piyush?
I second that.
Do we have any conflicts, questions, or comments?
There is a conflict. I hereby declare a potential conflict of interest and hereby abstain from voting on agenda item 8.2A as to all matters identified in and reflected by my separate potential conflict of interest statement filed herewith. My vote in favor of consent is a vote in favor of all other consent items except those identified in that statement upon which I have and do hereby abstain.
Okay. All right. Any other discussion? Seeing none, Laura, would you call the roll?
Mr. Shrivastov?
Yes.
Ms. Mumgard?
Yes.
Mrs. Krivolovich?
Yes.
Dr. Johnson-Farr?
Yes.
Mr. Goodwin?
Yes.
Ms. Byer?
Yes.
Dr. Rauner?
Yes. Next, moving on to first reading from 9.2.1, 2025-26 insurance rates. Dan.
Good evening, Board. Risk Management solicits quotes for all of our insurance coverages annually, and these numbers are finally all in. We are pleased that the insurance market is beginning to see some pricing stabilization across various coverage lines. You'll notice single-digit increases in most of our lines coverage with a double-digit decrease in excess property insurance. Previously, we've had to reduce some lines of insurance coverage to keep premiums lower. With the stabilization, our insurance brokers have recommended an increase in excess liability coverage. The proposal you have in front of you reflects that $5 million in GL coverage and $5 million in excess GL coverage. The brokers also recommend an additional layer of property insurance coverage. We are requesting your consideration and approval of all of the insurance quotes that have been thoroughly evaluated and presented by our team in one reading with the impending September 1st effective date. And I'm pleased to say Tom Shampoo from Unico is here tonight to address any questions you may have.
Okay. Is there any discussion? Barb.
Excuse me, staff requested that we do this in one reading?
Yes.
I wanted to make sure I heard that correctly.
Yes.
I move approval of 9.2.1, 2025-26 insurance rates.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Oh, and I waive the second reading.
Okay. Do we have a second? Piyush?
I second that.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay. Seeing none, Laura, would you call the roll?
Ms. Byer?
Yes.
Mr. Goodwin?
Yes.
Dr. Johnson-Farr?
Yes.
Mrs. Krivolovich?
Yes.
Ms. Mumgard?
Yes.
Mr. Shrivastov?
Yes.
Dr. Rauner?
Yes. Next, from second reading, item 10.1.1, policy 2120. Is there a motion for approval? Barb.
I move approval of 10.1.1, policy 2120 and its corrections as printed in our board agenda.
Okay, do I have a second? Laura?
I second.
Okay, any discussion? Seeing none, Laura, would you call the roll?
Ms. Mumgard,
Yes.
Mr. Shrivastov,
Yes.
Ms. Byer,
Yes.
Mr. Goodwin,
Yes.
Dr. Johnson Farr,
Yes.
Mrs. Krivolavik,
Yes.
Dr. Rauner.
Yes. Next, we have item 10.2.1, Interlocal Cooperation Act Agreement for School Resource Officers and Threat Assessment Officers. Do I have a motion for approval? Barb?
I move approval of 10.2.1 Interlocal Cooperation Agreement. I'm going to start over. Interlocal Cooperation Act Agreement for School Resource Officers and Threat Assessment Officer, waiving second reading.
I second that.
Okay, is there any discussion? Okay, Barb?
Does Mike
I would
have-
like to just, yes, thank you, Ms. Byer.
So, thank you so much.
I just want to recap a little bit. This is our annual agreement with the City of Lincoln. It gives us our 8 high school SROs as well as the 6 middle school and 1 threat assessment officer. And just for our community's information, because as I shared at first reading, we do this in kind of an inverted way for a variety of reasons. And as someone who has firsthand experience as a building administrator with the SRO program, I do want to speak to just what a beneficial and essential role the SRO is in helping us continue to maintain and preserve a safe school environment. We are fortunate to have several years of data on this, several years of data on this program, and that data is extremely transparent and does expose the areas where we need to continue to work and grow and the things that are going well. A recap of last year's program did highlight, for example, that we continue to have disparities that exist among student subgroups through overrepresentation. That continues to be a priority. That was one of the takeaways, and that is continuing to be a focus of our work. It also was positive to see downward trends in both calls for service and referrals to the juvenile justice system. Those are positive downward trends. I also think that helps reinforce our commitment to making sure that we maintain the integral separation between student discipline and school discipline and law enforcement matters. For the community, just a reminder that in November, later this fall, the SSKI Interlocal Board will have their annual review of the School Resource Officer Program. For those who are interested, it is very data-driven. It's a very comprehensive and thorough approach of the most recent data, so it will include the update with the data from the 24-25 school year. I would just close by saying thank you to the board and to our partners in city leadership in the Lincoln Police Department for the support and the expectations that this program deserves as we work towards positive outcomes for our students in maintaining safe schools. That's all I have. Thank you.
I just want to follow up with that and say that this program has been around for what, 7, 10 years, something like that?
The original actually goes way back
I
into
know.
the 70s, but yes, so since the middle school, as currently constituted 2018.
2018. I just want to go and again thank this board and this state, because it also became a state law, to be leaders in this country, in this nation, on going and gathering data and analyzing it and addressing disparities among students on school discipline and also referrals to juvenile justice. I'm just very proud of the work that is being done and continues to be done. And thank you for your brief report, and we look forward to November.
All right, Annie.
Well, I would like to follow up on hers because I, having been here since that MOU and all the big discussion, the community discussion, I feel like we've really, the program has grown with the concerns and the program has gotten stronger with, through the years. And I also think one thing that was noted was the, having the threat assessment officer is such a banner part of our program and also such a banner reason of a sense of safety, I believe, throughout the school system, because it's not a reactive, it's a proactive approach. And that's just a really amazing and strong part of how this program has grown and what we do. So really appreciative of all that. I don't think I'll be here long enough for us to ever get the data before we have to make the vote. But I will say, after 4 years of getting good data and being able to have data we can be responsive to, we're definitely on the right track with movement, with growth to come, but we definitely have shown we can do that. So appreciate all the work that has been put into it, and appreciate our officers and what they bring to our educational system.
All right. Any other discussion? Seeing none, Laura, would you call the roll?
Mr. Goodwin,
Yes.
Ms. Byer,
Yes.
Mrs. Krivolovic,
Yes.
Dr. Johnson-Farr,
Yes.
Mr. Shrivastov,
Yes.
Ms. Mumgard,
Yes.
Dr. Rauner.
Yes. We have no expedited emergency actions and no items removed from consent agenda, which brings us to informational items and reports. Is there anything from board committees? John?
Yes.
John?
We'll start. I have the privilege of chairing one of the best committees in the district. Personally, you may have to wait until it opens up if you want to get involved. Here's a few of John's cliff notes from the Personnel Policy Notes Executive Summary. Let me put my glasses on here. Grow Your Own initiative is successfully addressing teacher shortage, especially in the special education field. Program includes 4 cadres and 2 early childhood avenues funded mainly by the Nebraska DEO grants. At least 41 staff members are on track to become teachers in the next few years. 41 staff members, that is impressive. There is also an initiative of attracting paraeducation candidates, particularly those who have prior credits and coursework. A couple of other points of that meeting. HR reviewed the 4000 series policy. Most changes aligned with legal and regulatory updates or current practices. The committee suggests only minor edits. Full details are included in the board materials. Dr. Van Price, is there anything else that I'm missing?
You got it.
Yes, ma'am.
You nailed it.
All right. Any other board committees? Anything from special appointments? Next from the superintendent.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Dr. Rauner. So I was going through the checkout line at a grocery store recently, and the employee who was scanning my items reintroduced himself as a former student from way back. I didn't recognize him immediately, well over a decade ago. And he said to me something I thought was pretty memorable. He said, "Hey, Dr. Skretta, I want to reassure you. I'm not the same person you had to deal with back then." And the implication being he knew he was tough, and as an adult acknowledging that you might have been hard to deal with at times as a young person. And what I think it's so important for us in education to be mindful of is that importance of meeting students where they're at and providing them the supports they need so they rise and mature and become the responsible, successful adults we all want and hope for. And I was in particular thinking about that in reference to a recent school visit Dr. Rauner and I both had the privilege of conducting just today. We were over at Meadow Lane Elementary with Principal Danielle Schultzkamp, and what we saw across classrooms and across grade levels is a school-wide commitment to ensuring that students are engaged and accountable, and whatever tier of support the students need, they're receiving supportively from caring adults. And that phenomenon is very consistent across our schools. And when I look at what the building principal and that team have put in place, and it includes a team effort, the special education coordinator, the AP, instructional coach, 2 behavior technicians, all thinking about what tools can we provide. And it's the use of tools like when we got to see all this today, Bob, use of tools like a break box that includes a calming tool that can be used in a supportive setting away from the regular classroom, providing a calm space to get words and body ready for learning. And the sort of structure and support that acknowledges that things can be difficult, work can be difficult, and that there's nothing wrong with experiencing big feelings, and being frustrated at times is normal, and that there are appropriate ways to restore calm. And sometimes that can be as simple as having alternate seating arrangements or active motion stools, and just the consistency of those restorative practices, trauma-informed instruction, applied in a way that fosters student agency is really, really impressive to see. And I just, you know, I think that when we provide that sort of consistent and compassionate support to students, you know, when you see one of those kids years later then, they're grateful because they know they were supported by adults who always believed in their potential. I also wanted to thank Dr. Johnson-Farr for providing a speech as the invited elected official for the Cause Collective local nonprofit leaders meeting that occurred today right here in Lincoln. And I wanted to echo a few of the memorable comments that she made on servant leadership. She pointed out that we're in a particular moment of shoe dropping. That's right, shoe dropping, where there's just been enough instability on enough things that people are always like on edge waiting for when's the other shoe gonna drop. And that is where, she said, collaboration and collective advocacy matter so much. Because when one helping organization rises, we all rise. And it's important as servant leaders that we work with head, hands, and heart, and also our ears, because listening is the key skill of the servant leader. So speaking of collective advocacy, I really appreciated recently the opportunity to participate as a panelist on an Open Sky webinar that spoke about the federal landscape and school funding, something that's on a lot of our minds all the time lately. Nebraska's current budget situation, how federal funding changes may impact state budgetary commitments. Open Sky does a great job bringing clarity to complex issues around tax policy, and it was a privilege for me to join Commissioner Maher and the Nebraska Association of School Boards Executive Director John Spotts, along with the Open Sky experts in that discussion. Those are my remarks for tonight.
Thank you. That was an amazing meeting. I was impressed by some of the stuff. I think there's some adults that could actually use some of that training. So. So next we have announcements of upcoming events. Oh, anything from the monthly financial report list? Okay. Upcoming events. September 1st is a holiday. LPS is closed. September 3rd is the Chamber Coffee at 8 a.m. at the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce office. September 9th is the TCA Joint Board meeting at 9:30 a.m. at 8 a.m. at the Career Academy. And the Board and SU 18 meeting later that day at 6 p.m. right back here. We don't have a second public comment. I believe we have a request for closed session. Do we have a motion?
I would like to move to have a closed session for number 4, security, for number 6, personnel, and number 7, legal advice.
Okay. Do I have a second? Barb?
I second.
Okay. Laura, would you call the roll?
Mr. Shrivastov,
Yes.
Ms. Mumgard,
Yes.
Mrs. Krivolavik,
Yes.
Dr. Johnson-Farr,
Yes.
Mr. Goodwin,
Yes.
Ms. Byer,
Yes.
Dr. Rauner.
Yes. All right. We will recess to closed session and then adjourn after closed session.